Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Tuesday. It's a bright sunny day. After yesterday was a bright sunny day.
I think today's going to look an awful lot like yesterday.
And tomorrow's going to be a bright sunny day.
Yes.
Spring is here.
Somebody wrote a song about that.
Oh, yeah. Spring is here, though.
If Voice was here, he'd know. It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I got you.
Yes.
It's kind of an old one.
It is. I remember it.
John would know.
I'm not singing it, but
Every time you say that, I smile and chuckle inside. We were very young in our
yes.
careers.
And I was not a good imitator of the crash test dummies.
Actually, it wasn't bad.
So you didn't do a lot. You didn't do a lot of karaoke.
Yeah, I did not. I've got suckered into karaoke just a couple times, and one time I got drug up there by my wife. She's like, "We're gonna go do karaoke," and we might have been even dating at the time. We're gonna do karaoke, and I'm like, "All right," had a few beers and no big deal. Got up there and she didn't say a word the whole time, and so here I am singing, and it's just like,
you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna dance.
And she looked good doing it, but she did not sing a lick.
There we go. Did she forget where the words were?
I don't know. I think I just
think about the words.
I think I just got hung out to dry is what happened.
No, I think she thought you were the one with the confidence and the charisma.
Yeah.
She just didn't have
Well, I had the liquid courage going on, which was
Yeah.
all fine. I did not have the talent to back it up. So,
Depends on the song, but
yeah, agreed.
so there's a little blast from the past for today. It was good stuff, though. We have we could not be here without SPP being in the house.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Boy, to you, my lad, switching things up.
You
today.
got first billing today.
How
I
about
did.
that?
I did. That's big.
It's
I
big.
saw your hand going crazy, like you thought I was going to do something else, right? You're
I
ready
did.
to go.
I did.
See, I
I
like
did.
keeping you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
SPP. Peter, really, SPP.
Mm-hmm. Either
We
one.
have I can't was it Farm Girl Rach or I forget what the heck we're.
Miss Rachel.
Farm Mama or
Just Miss Rachel.
There you go. Yeah.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah.
Ahoy.
Get this over with. Huh? Ahoy to you, Rachel. And of course we have Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to the Boss Man.
Ooh. Denise says that Archer is having a live after 5 tonight. Come enjoy a pork burger and beer.
Yeah. They always have a good party out
It's
there every
always
year.
a good Alive After
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
Those of you who don't know what Alive After, it's really businesses celebrating being in business, and Archers have been doing this for a long time.
A lot of businesses will do if they have a something new or their new business or they have an anniversary. But Archers and I think Horrocks I know are two, and maybe there's others that do it every year and
They
have
don't
a
miss.
and have a big party.
Denise knows how to throw a party out there. Woo.
Yes, she does. I unfortunately will not be able to make it, Denise. I will be at a junior high conference track meet.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
9 teams.
Seems like that could last a little bit.
I believe I'm going to be there a while.
It
I'm going to
sounds
take a Snickers.
like that could be a long
You
one.
might need a walking taco, too. Or a pork burger. You can get that from the concessions.
Well, this is at L&M, and every little place has their thing, and I don't know what they call this thing, but I saw it and I decided I'm going to have one tonight because there was a meet just last Friday there,
Okay.
and it's like loaded nachos, but I think it's times 5. It's just-
Nice.
It looked awesome, so I'm gonna graze on one of those I think today.
There you go.
Because I believe that meet will last about 4 hours or so.
Yeah.
Track meets go for a long time.
They do.
No offense. But, yeah.
But I don't know who you're offending, but
Just
they
yeah.
do. It's just a fact.
Kind of like a softball tournament. They kind of
Yes.
just go and go and go.
Yes.
Well, yeah. The goal for softball, though, is to be the last one playing.
That is true. That is true.
You could throw those things. And
But at least now you guys are getting nice warm weather for your track meets, your soccer games.
Yeah.
It's finally coming.
We put in our time in the not so nice weather. That
It's
now
tough.
it's paying off a little bit. So, Actually, now
1 week to go. You're down to 2 meets.
Well, we got 2 games, and then actually the girls' soccer team plays a home first round of the playoffs next Wednesday.
You're going to catch
Oh,
that
wow.
one
I
too?
think so. I think so. I'm about 90% sure we're going to do it.
You're starting to. You want to be there now.
Well, so my thought is we've been there all year, and it's at home.
Can't leave them now.
And so now it seems a little funny, although the state comes in at the playoffs, so they regulate that. So we have to apply, we have to be approved, and there's a fee that goes with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course there is.
And which is
ridiculous.
Yeah, so we can't go until we pay the fee and get approved. Now it's likely we would get approved. There's no real reason why we wouldn't, but they still control that. So if they tell us no for whatever reason, or we don't pay, they can keep us out. Since it's the playoffs.
Their season seems to go by fast.
Sometimes early on this year, it's like, oh my god,
Another game.
another game. But yeah, 3 games this week and 1 more next week. 3 games last week too. So
It feels like they have an intense short schedule. I don't
yeah, it's pretty much April and May. It's just 2
Yeah.
months and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're still in the middle of May, so really it's April 1st was the first game, and we're going to be done. With the exception of the playoffs, it'll be the 15th. We're done, so basically 6 weeks.
Did any of you guys do track or soccer?
I did track.
Track.
Nope.
What'd you guys perform in? What was your favorite parts of it?
I was the cheerleader.
You were?
No.
I could see you doing that.
Old cheerleading track.
Run faster, run faster.
I ran the 800.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what a fool was I.
I ran the 200, the 4x2, and the long jump.
Oh.
So-
See, like the jumping and the shot put, those look fun to me, but the other stuff, no.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
So I would never do it, but you know what looks fun if you were like brave enough to do it is pole vaulting. I know they don't do
Yeah.
that in high school anymore, but
They don't do pole vault in high school.
not in Iowa anyway.
Oh.
Why is that? Too many people got
It's
hurt?
dangerous.
Oh.
But to
A lot
again,
of injuries to learn how to do
a
that.
lot of injuries, and I think it'd be if I were brave enough to do it, which I certainly am not hoisting my fat butt over a bar right now, but that'd
40
be fun.
years ago,
maybe.
You know what else,
give
though?
me a pole.
Yeah,
I would have done
The
it.
when we were in
hurdles.
high school, they did have pole vaulting.
They did, yeah.
They don't now.
The hurdles are what
Pre-SBP.
give me.
Pre-SPT.
Ugh.
Hurdles are scary. I will say
like,
hurdles
I
are
can't believe
scary.
if they stopped pole vaulting, why do they still have hurdles?
Well, pole vaulting, I don't know how high those bars are. You're 15 feet in the air, right? So
But
I think our school record was like 16.5 or something.
That's a long way up
that's
there.
like you're getting up there.
I like the world record's 21 or
Yeah.
something feet, 20. I don't know.
Something like
That's
that.
a long way up.
It's pretty far. I always thought in pole vault, why wouldn't you just get the biggest pole? Because then you go up farther
In theory.
and you would win every meet. But apparently that's not how it works.
I think there's some physics behind it.
There are some, yeah.
I think it.
Have lead in your shorts.
See, I learned that later. But at the beginning, I was like, well, if you want to go up 20 feet, get
a
the 20-foot pole.
right?
And
There you go.
I think it has to do with how springy your pole is too. You got to get some kick out of that thing.
there's also like how much weight you can lift and how
Right,
much you
and
can
carry
push yourself
down the-
up and your height. And I had a lot of friends who were in pole vault, but no.
you'd also have to have really good equilibrium, right?
You'd have to have a good
because-
sense of where you are in the air. Yeah.
And how do they get the sticks, poles, whatever, to stick? in
there's
the right
a
spot?
there's a
There's a hole.
trough. There's
Yeah,
it's a like a ramp.
It's like a little
plastic-
plant thing.
Yeah, that you put it in, and there's a wall on the backside.
You
so
kind of
push it.
slide it.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little ramp
a little
going
ramp.
down, and then you slide it, and then
and then there's a back wall, and it hits that back wall, and that's what bends the pole.
And
And
hopefully you're going fast enough to move that thing forward.
yep.
I was not a track person, if you can't tell. So, yeah. But I just feel like the soccer season is very condensed and
Yeah, I
intense.
hadn't thought about it, but you're right. It's about 6 weeks, the whole thing.
All the other sports, wrestling, basketball, you start in November. You don't get done until February.
Right.
Same with football. Starts in August.
You can only run so far.
That's true.
Those soccer players, they run a long ways, don't they?
Yeah. There's a lot of running happening.
This is a whole game.
They're 80 minutes, and there's no timeouts, and I mean, there's a few stoppages, but not very many. And they do substitute in and out, but
Can you call? Is there timeouts in soccer?
Yes.
I don't think there hasn't been any
I
called.
haven't seen one.
We haven't
I
had
mean, they'll
any.
have an injury timeout, right? Well, they stop the clock.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. I think
Like
goals and officials like stopping in terms of injuries and stuff, they'll stop it. But I've never seen like a coach call a timeout.
I
Yeah,
haven't either. I'm not sure there is.
Is there a 2-point line?
No.
there could be.
There you go. So you're the one proposing to get rid of the 3-point line in the NBA.
Well, I am,
and now you
but-
want to put a 2-point line into soccer.
Why
And
would you
why
take
would
away
you?
the 3-point line?
Well, that's a whole long story. You should go back and watch that episode.
I know.
But in
I
a
struggle to
brief
watch-
synopsis, the NBA playoffs, they just come down and pop off threes, and when they're not making them, it's not good basketball. So I think to myself, in the highest level of basketball there is, why should there be a 3-point line?
See, it's funny because the game after that episode, Celtics shot like 45%
Right.
from 3 in game 3.
So then I compromised. I got reprimanded horribly and just shot down by my compadres here. What a stupid idea that was.
I don't think anybody
So
said
I
that.
compromised and I said, all right, then if the team is shooting well enough, you can keep the 3-point line. But if your percentage is down, that 3-point line just magically disappears for you until you start shooting better.
Everyone deserves a chance to shoot a
No,
3-pointer.
Rachel, you're wrong. Little Miss.
So there.
Everything's got to be fair and nice. I disagree.
Did you see that game like a year or two ago where the basketball team, I think it was high school, or was it college? All they did was shoot 3 points.
Well, Grinnell College is kind of famous for that.
See, I think that
and that's all they do. And I mean, they score like 140 points, but they also don't play defense, so they give up like 150. So I mean,
It's not how the creator envisioned his game. I'm sorry.
okay, well, it's fun.
I'm a traditionalist.
John says it's a terrible idea. I said it, Tim.
I know.
Oh, I bet John wishes he was here now.
Well, let's see. I must not go any further unless I say that the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Casey.
Casey.
It's Casey and all the gang over at KCTC and the Morning Breath crew is sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank
Thank you, Willie.
Sometimes I like to turn around and read things.
That's all right.
Because I trust that you all are reading things verbatim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jimmy's here, Jeff's here, Paula's here, Denise we mentioned, John checked in, so that's who we got
On YouTube.
on YouTube. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't have any comment. The only comments that are on Facebook are you, Rachel, with your emojis.
You don't comment on YouTube?
He does.
Sometimes. Yeah,
Every once in a while, I'll see.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't suspect that you wouldn't read those. I just wouldn't think you'd do it in the middle of a sentence. That was my only thing about
He
that.
was curious.
You never know. So I was walking here this morning, and there was, all kinds of activity around the building.
Yes.
We didn't have the Durango get pre-started, so that was good.
Yeah.
He walked out right when I was walking by.
Well, it's 60 degrees.
But you said he was walking to it and started.
I've seen him do that. Yes.
See, I wouldn't do that because you had to wear out your locks. You got to have that car locked.
Right.
So now you go up wearing batteries out left and right.
Would you wear out your lock or would you wear out your remote batteries?
Remote battery first.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Have you ever had a lock go bad on you?
Not that I can remember.
All right, just checking.
It could happen.
It could happen. It could happen.
Transmission go out.
Yeah, well, I've had that too. That's expensive.
Sounds like they're power washing somewhere.
No, they're doing
Vacuuming?
they're redoing the roof.
Oh.
Can't hardly hear them.
Not right now.
I was kidding. I can hear them.
Well,
Didn't
right-
they just scrape something
yeah,
across?
not at the moment. It's not as bad as it has been. It was yesterday. It was a little loud,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
and they're throwing stuff off the roof. It's all over the place, which happens. But
So they're putting a new roof on and they're tearing the old stuff off?
yeah,
and
I guess.
Getting rid of it? I didn't walk around the corner. It looked like a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't stand there very long.
Is your car safe over there?
My car's fine.
Okay.
That's my spot. I'm not leaving my spot.
I see. You know, that's public parking.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
But
you know, I have a spot too.
but nobody gets here before I do.
And I get pretty angry when somebody's in my spot.
Well, yeah, I won't get into that.
We get into that. We get into people that work downtown.
I know.
Like, what the? What? Didn't you know this is where I park?
Well, some people don't, and I get a little angry about it too. And it's like, come on, that's my spot. And yes, I know it's public parking. It's a city
If I
street.
go to the post office
Yeah, I know.
and I'm going to park my car in your spot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've actually had people say, "Is that your black Jeep?" Yeah, I see it's in there all the time. It's like people know. It's just my spot.
Like when you're gone, Kim won't even park in it.
Kim gets here before I do, and she parks one spot over so that I have
She
my.
doesn't park in
She
there.
does not park in my
That is
spot.
so sweet of her.
I know.
Because if I was here, Mark, I mean,
So
I'd park like over the line.
So Julie is not afraid to park in my spot, but she's the only one.
Aha.
And I give her crap about it every time, and she just does not care. If I'm not there and she's out and about and comes back, she'll park in my spot.
So now I don't feel bad about startling her from time to time.
Right. Yeah, let her have it. So
I'm dying to know. Paula says, I was watching Hollywood Squares. They had a question about Ahoy. What was the question, Paula?
I forgot all about this until just now. Update on how many guys it would take to overtake a gorilla.
yeah.
This just came up. What was I listening to? I am certain it was on WHO radio. Some guy asked the very same question. This just happened.
Well, everybody, this is a thing right now.
Okay, so this guy asked not a Green Beret, but one of those elite,
Yeah, right. SEAL
guys.
or whatever. Yeah.
one of the elite crews, whatever it was. He said 17.
17 guys.
17 guys, no question. And he went through it. Look, you need 4 burly dudes, kind of crazy dudes. That's not the words he used.
Right. Right.
Arms and legs. The rest is it's over. But he wanted 17 of his people.
Yeah.
Not Green Berets. What's the other one? Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, not a question. And then he went even deeper. He says, because once you get their arms and legs done, you can put them in a hypnotic state, and it's done. They've got it figured out.
Well, so the more stuff I see, I mean, there's people, like I said, this is a big topic right now. So I think I mentioned the zookeeper said men would win. It's whatever. But the more I keep seeing that the men would win, and I'm keep like, I don't know. You'd have to have 100 men willing to stick in there regardless of the carnage that's going on around them. Mm-hmm. And
well, a Navy SEAL or those type,
I get it.
If you say go do this, they're going to meet for 5 minutes and they'll have a plan and they'll accomplish it.
You'd have to have a plan.
But the animal, the ape, whatever, that's all it knows is to survive.
Yeah. I don't know.
I tend to believe the Navy SEAL. Now.
Yeah.
I'm standing corrected.
Yeah, I think the original question was posed just 100 average men, but Navy SEALs adds a different level of intensity to it. I agree with that.
For sure.
But 17 seems like a low number even for SEALs.
I feel like that's a lot. So if you got 4 guys taking their arms and legs out, or 6,
yeah.
what are they have 11 going to do?
Well, you're going to have 2, 3, or 4 on each arm and leg.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not talking about who's the big gorilla? Got
King Kong.
King Kong here.
Well, yeah, I know it's not King Kong, but
I don't know. This thing is getting, and now I'm hearing it
yeah.
on WHO and other things.
It's like I said, it's everywhere right at the moment.
Indeed. Okay, 7:33. Should we take a break, Peter?
Yes.
Very good. We'll be right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We've been talking about this and that this morning. Nothing in particular.
Just all over
We
the
try
place.
to keep everything positive today.
Thank you.
It's Rachel Day.
It's Rachel
It's
Day.
Rachel Day. Roses and vanilla, things like that. Things that smell good, roses and vanilla.
Yes. By the way, the flowers downtown are looking beautiful. The trees, the flowers. So I love spring.
It's always nice when they put those flowers out, those hanging baskets.
SPP, his new
You mean
camera
these
view.
flowers?
Those flowers.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Those flowers.
Yes, I love that view. It's so pretty.
How did you do that, SPP?
Took-
You have a mirror somewhere?
Magic.
Okay, I don't need to know
He
everything.
threw his rope up to the roof and shimmied up there early this morning.
Well, he just handed it to the guys already on the roof.
Oh,
So
there you go. Okay. It would have been cooler if he would have kept it. He shimmied up there.
Was anybody a big fan of the TV show The Office?
Oh, yeah.
I was.
Loved
Did you
The
love
Office.
it?
Yes.
I
I just
never-
watched it this weekend.
I never really watched it.
Oh, it's
I
great.
really never did.
They're coming out with a spin-off series.
There you go. Go ahead and tell the story.
Oh, I just
go
that's
ahead.
all I know really.
Oh, okay.
Is that
What's
it's-
the spinoff?
It's about a newspaper.
About the news. It's called The
I
Paper.
think
No
I did. I think I
way.
did hear that. I forgot, but I did.
So
hear
you
that.
have to be giddy right now.
Well, yes and no. It's about newspapers, so that'd be interesting.
Now we're gonna figure out what
but,
you guys really
You
do.
know, they worked at a paper company, and they pretty much just made fun of the paper company the whole time they worked there. So we'll see. And also, I don't know how you beat the original. The Office was just so good.
Yeah.
Although that wasn't even the original, they brought that over. They stole that from England, and so that you can find that on the streaming, the original one from England. So I went and tried to watch some of that. No,
Doesn't compare.
Nope, doesn't compare. It's funny,
Because
but
you
it's,
can't understand them.
that's part of it. It's obviously a very thick English accent.
If it's thick, you can't get
Yeah,
it.
so it is difficult.
So you
But-
have to watch that with subtitles.
Yes, and I did. But anyway, so yeah, I had heard that they were going to do, I forgot, but they were going to do about the newspaper. So I don't know. I'll watch. I'll see.
I don't know if I'll watch.
Yeah, I will.
Because I didn't watch The Office. I didn't know.
It's
Steve
good.
Carell's in that.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, he's it's good.
They rant and rave about it.
I will pop that on just randomly, just like I got, going to watch TV for a little bit, don't know what to watch, so I'll throw on The Office.
See, that's Gunsmoke for me.
Yeah.
Bonanza.
Really? You like that stuff?
There's nobody tougher than Matt Dillon. Now, he could take on a gorilla. Probably would. Matt Dillon. He's bad. All right. Enough of me.
All right.
We got some nice. What are we going to here? We got Rachel. Do you want nice Rachel stories or do you want something else?
Oh, well,
You have a page named
all right.
after you now.
Yeah, we can do Rachel
Rachel's
stories.
story.
I'll do the first one.
All right.
That's cute. Holly LaFeur said her son Liam ordered 70,000 lollipops to their home with her phone, the Associated Press reported. 8-year-old used his mother's Amazon account to send 22 cases of Dum Dums to the home.
That's a lot of suckers.
It's a lot.
That
of
is
suckers.
a lot.
70,000.
He told me that he wanted to have a carnival and he was ordering the Dum Dums for prizes for his carnival. LaVerse said her bank account showed that she owed over $4,000 for the order.
Not that much for 70,000 dum-dums.
No, they probably cost a penny a piece or something, but
After a long day working with the bank and talking on a few news stations, Amazon called and said they are refunding the money.
Yeah, but it didn't start out that way.
you know, had to-
Yeah.
Amazon said, you ordered them.
Yep.
So we're getting a short version or the cleaned up version.
There you go.
Well,
Or
it's-
the happy version for you, Rachel, because it didn't start that way.
To prevent another surprise order, LaFavor said she changed some of the phones on her or settings on her phone. So since Amazon refunded the money, I wonder what good things she did with those lollipops. Did she have a
They
carnival?
probably had a carnival.
Did they take them to school?
If I recall, they gave away a bunch.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. If I saw a bill come through for $4,000 for suckers, I would be furious. But the kid had great intentions. He just wanted to have a
At least
carnival
it
for his
wasn't
friends.
for himself, exactly.
Right. He's like, I want to have a party.
Well, I'm sure he was going to smuggle some in.
Yeah, I bet he would have kept a few back.
There was a case going to be missing.
Right.
That's for sure.
So, real quick, the other story on here, I'll paraphrase this, but big snowstorm, and somebody ordered pizza and had it delivered, and so the pizza driver went out, and the cop happened to see him walking around. He had to park a long ways away because the snowstorm wouldn't let him get up in the driveway or whatever. And so the cop says, "You're out delivering?" "Oh yeah, I'm going to deliver." "How much did they give you a tip?" "Yeah, $2." And he's
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
$2 for this.
Nothing.
Going out in the blizzard, braving the blizzard to deliver pizza to somebody's house. And the cop says, "Well, that sucks. You can't have that." So gave him $15 out of his pocket. And then started a GoFundMe and said, "This is what happened." And apparently it was a relatively wealthy neighborhood too, or lots of big houses. And so there's no reason.
That house has to feel horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they raised $41,000 from nearly 2,000 donations
Wow.
for the pizza delivery driver. So that went from a $2 tip to a $41,000 tip.
That GoFundMe thing is pretty amazing.
It can be. There's a lot of them on there too that are not as much, but the ones you hear about are,
So what do? You go to GoFundMe and then find something?
I guess, I've never done it, but
I've never done it either.
Or they'll include the link in their bio.
Yeah.
They'll tell you to go click on the link in their bio.
But if I had like 48, what was the number? More than tillion.
yeah, Tillion.
Tillion.
$48 tillion, and I just wanted a GoFundMe page and just give everybody
Oh, there you go.
$1,000. Could I do so,
You could.
That'd be nice.
or could I research whatever's on
Mm-hmm.
GoFundMe?
I'm sure you
I'm
can.
sure you can. I haven't either, but I'm sure you can.
Especially the public ones, that
Yeah.
you don't need a.
Yeah, the ones I've seen are like you, Rachel. It's just somebody says, "We're having a fundraiser for so-and-so. Here's the link to GoFundMe." And then you just go directly there.
Just so you know, I'm not doing that. I'm keeping all my tillions
keeping
to
all
myself.
tillions.
You know what? Have you guys worked in the food industry at all? I was a waitress in college.
I worked in campus dining.
Like,
Yep.
if you're not going to go out and drive in the storm, why would you make someone else do it?
Well, that's why you do it.
They had a choice.
Yeah, they had a choice.
I know, but
I think he should have delivered the pizza. They ordered pizza. They were offering delivery. The restaurant could have said, "You know
That
what?
is
We're
true.
shutting down delivery." And the restaurant said, "Nope, you're going to do it." So, but I also think you should tip the person.
yeah, that should.
$2 under a normal circumstance, it might be okay. But
Yeah,
you're
is it-
going in a blizzard.
yeah,
You had to walk a half a mile
Yep.
uphill both ways.
exactly.
Actually, it was down and then back up.
Yeah, either way.
Hey, this guy was going to do what he had to do.
And Ray says, and then GoFundMe takes an administrative cut out of
Of
your-
course they do.
Oh,
You got to make money somehow.
Yeah.
got it. Thank you, Ray. 7:44. We need to take a break so we can get set for the day.
Indeed.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Oh, and welcome back, everybody, to Tuesday, where it's National Frog Jumping Day.
Oh, yay.
Just in case you never thought about jumping your frogs. There used to be contests where you jump your frog.
I'm gonna go jump my frog.
They used to do that at the Kelly Fair.
Run my frog tonight. So
Don't do that stuff anymore either, do they, Rachel?
No.
PETA.
I don't know
Through
why.
the frogs.
It's really hard to catch frogs.
No, it's not. You gotta do it at night. And you gotta blind them with a flashlight, and then you can grab them. You put them in your gunny sack. Now you got a frog.
Just a hobby I've never gotten into.
Oh, it's so fun.
Okay. We should do that sometime.
Frog.
go frogging.
I don't like touching them, though.
Well, then you wouldn't be very good at it.
Gross.
It's the only one way to catch them.
There's only one way to
They're
go.
not jumping in the gunny sack by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, should we get set for the day?
We should.
All right, let's do.
Let's get set for the day. It is Tuesday, May the 13th. It is episode 310. Temperature right now in Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, and Washington is 65 degrees across the board.
It's also Top Gun Day.
It is. Top Gun, good movie.
All six of them.
I don't
only
think I've
two.
ever seen any of those movies.
There's only two.
There's gonna be 6 of them.
I think of Tom Cruise. I think he's done everything.
Well,
6 Mission Impossible.
That's Mission
fair.
Impossible. And
That's fair.
there's like 8 of those.
Cannot get those two confused.
And there's another one coming out, I think.
I know. It's
The
like
last
part
one, though.
2. Yeah.
Is it the last one?
Yeah.
Isn't it the last one?
Yes.
Last one.
That's what I hear. So they say.
I mean, they gotta have a last one at some point.
Yeah, well, Tom Cruise will get killed off, and they'll just bring somebody else in. It'd be Mission Impossible 28 with whoever, Miles, whatever Top Gun guy's name
Do you
is.
remember the original TV show, Mission Impossible?
I
Had that fuse.
remember.
stuff.
I don't remember much about it, but I kind of vaguely remember it.
Pre-SPP.
Pre-SPP.
Yeah, pre-SPP. Weather today is the same as yesterday. Partly cloudy. High of 83 and low of 59.
Way
But
to
you
be
know what?
Detailed
I-
weatherman.
Yes.
I
Hey,
wish all
watch-
days were like this.
Yeah, just carbon copy.
She said, Rachel, we can't interrupt Matt.
Oh, my bad.
Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield remembers former teacher at Walkver Noema Saturday. Henry County finds phishing scam behind sheriff's missing pay. That's that's interesting.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. Washington Family Farm continues Century Plus legacy. No sports tonight. I should correct that. I did see that the state playoffs for
Tennis?
no, the
Golf.
e-gaming. Well, no, the
Oh, esports?
esports starts tonight. Washington plays somebody. I don't
So
know.
we made the playoffs?
I don't know.
I didn't hear much more about it after we had a story on it, didn't we?
Yeah. So anyway, that is going on. This day in history, and this day in 1610, French Cardinal Richelieu, who was annoyed by people using their knives to pick their teeth at the table, ordered all the sharp tips of the table knives to be rounded off. This stopped the teeth picking and made it easier to spread butter.
Then the butter knife
And the
was born.
butter knife was born just so people would quit picking their teeth at the
1610.
table.
That makes
1610.
my body get goosebumps.
Picking your teeth with a knife?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You have a good steak.
Toothpick just won't do.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, anyway.
Back then they didn't have anything else,
No,
so
but now that's how the butter knife was born.
interesting.
Rachel, random joke, random quote, or random fact?
I like facts.
Random fact. Usain Bolt trained for years to win 8 gold medals in 3 Olympics. You can take a guess at the total time that he was on the Olympic track to win those medals. 115 seconds.
Oh,
Really?
Seconds. 115 seconds. He ran the 100 and the 200, so, I mean, they went fast, but 115 seconds total to win 8 gold medals in 3 Olympics. Total earnings, $119 million.
wow. Almost $1 million per second.
Yep. So 115 seconds.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting fact right there.
Yep. 8 gold medals, 115 seconds.
But the amount of training he did.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And actually, this thing
Can
went
you
on
imagine?
to say is 20 years of training for those 115 seconds and and that's just the Olympic meets. He ran other meets and whatever. But so yeah, so interesting.
Good stuff. Okay, we need to move on to today's takeaway. Boss man?
Well, we're changing the rules on the gorilla versus men thing, so there's lots of scenarios to play out in that. I think the Navy SEALs. I'll give them some props. I'm thinking more than 17 though.
They got a plan. They're going to get her
So,
done.
a group of rednecks, like John says. There's lots of
Hard to
scenarios that
argue
you
with
could you could play
Kinda hard
around
to
with.
argue with that,
It is
too.
a little bit,
They'll just come in waves. Sure.
and they just don't care.
They don't care. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. I'm gonna go get that thing.
SPP, do you have a takeaway today?
My takeaway is if you're putting together a carnival, you got to skim a couple of lollipops off the top to make sure that you're taken care of.
Yeah,
Give a
it's quality control.
Right.
That's exactly
Want
correct.
to make sure everyone's okay.
Exactly correct.
Or if you want 40,000 dumb suckers, have your kid order it and then tell Amazon it was an accident.
Sorry. Yeah. That becomes the new trend.
Exactly.
Guess what I got off Amazon? My takeaway is that although I never watched The Office, I feel like watching the paper. I feel like I'm in the business now, so I feel
Kinda
like
are.
I have to watch. This could be a show about us, and we don't know it.
Could be.
Yeah.
Even though we're not a paper.
No, but we're part of the
We're in a paper
we're
building.
media. We're all part of the media.
So I feel like the paper is going to be on my to watch list.
Yes. I'll watch it.
Rachel?
For all your karaoke events, be sure to hire Matt to come sing.
Yeah, whatever.
Good idea.
He loves that
He's
gig. He feels
I'm
so
not gonna
robbed that
say it.
he feels so robbed that John doesn't have him sing with him.
Yeah, no, I don't. John does not want me to sing with
By
him.
the way, John is going to be at Des Moines this weekend.
Is he?
Shotgun
Oh,
Betty's.
Shotgun
Okay.
Betty's.
Yep.
That's a cool bar.
Yep, they've been there before.
So Friday night, I believe.
Nice.
And while we're talking about Friday, there will be
There'll be no show on Friday.
no show
Yep,
because
you're going to be gone, and I have to be somewhere fairly early, and so
Oh no. SPP gets a morning off.
I get the morning
he
off.
gets the morning off, and we don't have to after soccer Thursday. We don't have to come back
Hustle.
and set up because there's nothing on Friday. So because we got another game on Friday.
your pay will be reduced appropriately.
Right.
So don't worry.
Right.
He
Great.
gets,
Cool.
He gets his hours. He's all right.
All right, that's 7:53. That's all I've got. Anybody else have anything
I'm good.
for the good of the day?
I'll go eat a pork burger tonight at Archer's.
Nope. Yep. Don't forget about Archer's. National Apple Pie Day. Can't go wrong with that. Everybody, please go out and enjoy the weather. Have a great day. We will be back tomorrow, God willing. Until then, ahoy.
Ahoy.